After the emotional damage that is the September 2023 update, we are down to one final sync pair in the 4-year anniversary, guys. This is Argenta and Skarmory, the 12th sync pair of September. Is she good? Is she bad? We'll see in this video. So with that, strap on your seatbelts, sit tight, and let's begin her analysis. Here we go. Yo, 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 this is Saul, also known as Spielgum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. And in this video, we discuss the final, and hopefully the final time Pokemon Masters comes up with this many sync pairs in one update, or it can die forever. You know, I'm just excited, and not really excited, but I'm just hoping for the day that the game finally reaches its end of service, although might still be a long time, but who knows, right? Who knows? Because I'm not happy with getting 12 sync pairs in 1 month, especially getting 5 sync pairs with a 0.4% chance of scouting, which is the Team Rocket Variety Scout. It was just disgusting, horrible. It can go run along now. But anyway, guys, in this video, we discuss her. And to be completely honest, I do not remember this person at all. Some of you do. I don't. I'm sorry. But I do remember Palmer. I completely do not remember Argenta. But she's here, so we discuss her. So before we continue, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up right now, as well as let me know your comments or your thoughts in the comment section if you are gonna scout for this sync pair or not. I'm not sure, but I think there are a couple of you who really like Argenta. Personally, well, I collect everyone, and after Palmer came out, I'm just scared. Because Palmer, although the scouts were not too bad, not enough gems, and the gem bundles are gone. I do not have gems for Argenta. So, yeah, if you've been saving, well, good congratulations and good luck if you're scouting for Argenta. But next month, we will be having our fall update. So, new fall sync pairs or new Halloween sync pairs coming next month. November, there might be variety scouts. There might be a costume scout if I were to remember. If I were to check, I don't know, because I think, you know, EV Day falls on November 21 if I'm not mistaken. So there's gonna be probably the remaining 3 more EVs. I'm not sure what the rates are gonna be. Then December holiday units, January New Year units, February Valentine's unit. The cycle goes on and on. So, you know, it's time. Maybe it's time to save again. And, you know, March update is gonna be the 4.5-year anniversary if the game is still alive by that point. So, before we do that, guys, don't forget, rather, if you want to support me even further, you can become a member of my channel just like these awesome people up here. You can click on the join button if you want to support me by becoming a member, have access to different cute, cool, whatsoever emoticons in the live chat, as well as, you know, priority in the replies and whatsoever. And also, if you want to be a little bit more generous, you can become a supporter of mine in Coffee. You can go here over to my Coffee page. Help me out with my computer upgrade because I need to have my computer fixed soon. And a huge shout out goes to the gifters of my channel. Thank you so much to everyone here for gifting these people, or rather this person, Ink Addict, a gifted membership. Thank you, eWiz, for that. Alright, let's continue and let's begin with the timeline. Again, Argenta is the last one of this update. We have 1, 2, 3, the trio, 4, 5, which is Paulo and Tina, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is Giovanni, Archer, Ariana, Petrel, and Proton. We just had Palmer come out yesterday if you're watching this as a premiere. And tomorrow we'll be having Argenta, the last sync pair. She ends on October 5 together with Palmer over here. Meanwhile, the anniversary units end one day after. Or rather, the last day is on October 6. By October 7, they will be gone. I will be making a brand new video of how many gems can we get after Argenta comes out. A lot of people have been asking me, how many gems do we have left after you know, everything. So I'm gonna make an update of that one, so you guys stay tuned for that. But now let's discuss Argenta. She is a support sync pair. And if you see this background image, congratulations, you have successfully scouted for Argenta. Remember, Argenta is a limited sync pair. In fact, none of these sync pairs over here are permanent units. Every single one is limited. Champions Trio are master fairs. That means 1% chance of scouting them. They have a paid route, which is exactly the same as a non-paid route. If you go for the paid route and just only for the paid route, once you get your first copy, you get a respective roll cake, not roll cake coin, but roll cake to give them their EX rolls. Now, almost all the sync pairs, or rather all the 5-star, all the new 5-star sync pairs we have now have their EX rolls locked. Red is a striker that has a tech EX roll. Leaf is a tech with a support EX roll. Blue is a support with a strike EX roll. Paulo is a sprint with a support EX roll. Tina does not have an EX roll because she is 4-star. Giovanni is a field with, I think, a strike EX roll. And then I don't want to discuss the others except for probably for Ariana, because Ariana is pretty special and the strongest poison type nuker. Tech with a strike EX roll, sorry. Palmer is a strike with a tech EX roll, and Argenta is a support with a tech EX roll. So both of these sync pairs have tech EX rolls. And if you are like me, if you know, got 5 copies or got enough tech roll cake coins, in fact, if you scout for them, if you're able to scout for 1 copy, every single copy you get 4 5-star power-ups, which you can give to anyone, and you also get 4 roll cake coins of their particular EX roll. So this is a tech EX roll, this is also a tech EX roll, so you can get up to 40 tech roll cake coins and exchange them for 2 tech roll cakes, which you can give to Champion Red if you did not go for the paid banner. You can give to them, or you can save until the future better unit comes out and give it to them instead. For me, I don't think that it's worth it to give Argenta the tech roll cake, because, you know, you want to give tech roll cakes to strong strikers to get that doubles 1.5 times damage thing. And support sync pairs don't exactly have a lot of multipliers. Most of the supports don't get multipliers. Blue is an exception. He does get multipliers, but Argenta does not really get a lot of multipliers. And we'll see right now what multiplier she gets. So she gets Metal Claw, a 1-move gauge attack that hits one opponent that can have a 10% chance of raising your attack stat. You have Sword Stance, which you raise your attack stat by 2. You have max moves. You have Dynamax. You have Max Steel Spike to raise everyone's defense +2. You have Max Guard to give an ally a damage guard next effect. And then you have Trainer moves Dark Hit All Plus to raise everyone's critical hit rate +2, which you can max this out by using this twice. And you have Keep With It, Trainer move that raises the defense and speed stat of all allied sync pairs +4, as well as give everyone an Endure effect. This is only 1 MP, so if you want to max out your defense and speed stat, you might want an MP refresh for this one. Plus Endure effect for everyone. It's pretty good. Now, your sync move, as I said earlier, as a support sync pair, you don't exactly get multipliers, so you do not get multipliers for the sync move. But what makes her interesting? Well, passive skills. Stat share 9. If you use a status move, and that is Swords Dance. If you use Swords Dance to raise Argenta's attack stat, you also raise everyone's attack stat. So by using Swords Dance, everyone's attack stat goes up +2. And every single time you use Swords Dance, everyone will get a physical moves up next effect because of the second passive skill. Use status Pokemon move team physical boost up 1/9. So you can spam this, you can keep spamming Swords Dance and get everyone's physical moves up next effect to +10. Every single stack of this one is a 40% increase in physical attack damage. So if you want, you can spam Swords Dance and then hit the opponent with a very strong attack from some of your other physical strikers. And then the other one, use status move team accuracy up to 9. Every single time you use Swords Dance, you get to raise everyone's accuracy +2 so that you don't get to miss attacks. And that's that. Very basic kit. Metal Claw does not apply with stat share 9 because it only applies to status moves. So, Swords Dance. Swords Dance to raise everyone's attack. You Keep With It to raise everyone's defense and speed stat. Dare Hit All Plus to raise everyone's critical hit rate. Max Steel Spike to raise everyone's defense to max. And that's it. Very basic kit, but what makes her special is probably the sync grid. And by the way, defense 317, special defense 297 at level 140. Pretty good. So at level 150, all her stats are 300 something. And if you 6-star EX her, her defenses, her special defenses go up way higher. And that makes her a pretty tanky sync pair. So, sync grid. Move gauge or 1 out of 5, you got Dire Hit All MP Refresh 2, which is worthless. Sand Shelter, if there's Sandstorm, you will not receive damage. Keep With It, Heat and Heal 9 will give her, and her only, a regen effect. Keep With It MP Refresh 2, if you will get this, you will get everyone's defense and speed stat to +6 without using your max move. Also give everyone an Endure effect. Natural Remedy, Quick Cure, Quick Tempo, Stalwart, Sterner Stuff 2 to lower the damage you receive from the opponent's physical attacks. Team Sharp N3 so that you will only need to use Dire Hit All once or Dire Hit All plus once to max out everyone's critical hit rate. Unbending defense cannot be lowered. 3 out of 5. First Aid 4, if you're low on health, you will recover 40% HP. Keep With It, Team Ron gain 9 when you use a trainer move or when you use Keep With It. Not only will you raise everyone's defense +4, everyone's speed stat +4, Endure effect, you will also get a physical moves up next effect +1. But remember, you can get this by just using Swords Dance. Everyone will get a physical moves up next effect by +1 stat rank, which maxes out at +10 again. 3 out of 5, you also get Max Barricade Buddies 2 to raise everyone's special defense when you use Max Guard or Max Steel Spike. So that you don't just raise everyone's defense, you also raise everyone's special defense. Overwhelm 9, when you attack an opponent using Metal Claw, you will always lower their attack stat -1. So that makes her a support plus tech debuffer. Swords Dance, Charging Infliction 1. Okay, this is interesting. If you get Swords Dance, Charging Infliction 1, when you use Swords Dance, you recover 1 move gauge back. So Swords Dance is a 2 move gauge attack, or 2 move gauge move. You recover 1 move gauge after using Swords Dance. You use Swords Dance again, this is like move gauge refresh 9, something like that. Swords Dance, Team Inflict and Heal. Whenever you use Swords Dance, and it has to be successful, guys. So that means if everyone's attack stat is already +6, or Argenta's attack stat is already +6, this is considered failing. And Swords Dance, Team Inflict and Heal will not work. But if it works, if it does raise your attack stat, you have a 40% chance of recovering everyone's HP by a little bit. But again, if Argenta's attack stat is already maxed, this will fail. This will not work. Team First Super Sync. When you use your sync move for the very first time using Argenta, you will get everyone a super effective moves up next effect. Vigilance protects you from critical hits, and 2 sync nuke tiles to make her sync move a little bit more powerful. Now, this is a Poke Fair, and Poke Fairs always, recently now, have 4 and 5 out of 5 grids. So, are they good? Well, we'll see. 4 out of 5, you get Defense Crush 9. Every single time you attack an opponent using Metal Claw, you get to lower the opponent's defense -1. Tech the buffer. So, if you get this, and you get Overwhelm 9 over here, you get to, every single time you attack an opponent, not only do you lower the opponent's attack, but you also lower the opponent's defense. Okay, that makes her a lot more interesting. Support the buffer. And it's also only a 1 move gauge attack, so I guess that's good. And then you get Recuperation 2 whenever, always, when you use your sync move, you get to recover 40% HP for Argenta only. If this was Synchro Healing 1 or 2 or anything like that, I would prefer that way more than just recovering herself. Because if you actually see her kit, she does not have a way of recovering everyone's HP except for Swords Dance, Team Inflict, and Heal 3. This is the only way she gets to recover everyone's HP, and it has a high chance of failing because after 3 Swords Dances, you will not be able to raise your attack stat anymore unless the opponent loves to debuff you. So, you are limited to only a maximum of 3, or if the opponent debuffs you, 4, maybe 5, unlikely, tiny recoveries for your allied sync pairs. For her own, yes, you have ways of recovering. You have First Aid, you have Recuperation, you have Hit and Heal 9 for that regen effect, you have others. But for her allies, not exactly a lot of recovery. 5 out of 5, Swords Dance, Infliction Freebie 9. Whenever you use Swords Dance, you get to have a free move next effect. If you get this, and you get this, Charging Infliction 1, when you use Swords Dance, you have a free move next, you recover 1 move gauge. And why do you want this? Well, remember her passive skills? Use status move, team physical boost up 1-9. If you want, you can spam Swords Dance, Swords Dance, free move next, Swords Dance, free move next, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance 10 times. Have an ally with physical moves up next effect +10. Not only 1 ally, 2 allies. In fact, 3 allies. Argenta, another ally, and another ally. 2 physical move up next effect +10 stat ranks will not be kind to the opponent. So either the opponent will faint from that very, very strong damage or whatsoever. A lot of sync pairs now have body moves, physical body moves. Like for example, I'm not sure. Body moves does apply to physical moves up next effect. So, for example, Giovanni, Recent Giovanni, Crushing Earthquake, Variety Giovanni. Can pair her up. She has Sand Shelter. Giovanni can also prevent everyone from damage from a sandstorm anyway. So you can Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, even though Giovanni already has maximum attack there. But 10 Swords Dances will get Giovanni's physical moves up next effect to plus 10. Imagine another sync pair with Giovanni. Probably very old sync pair. Cynthia and Garchomp. Have Giovanni use Crushing Earthquake. Have Garchomp use Earthquake or Slash, I think. Boom! Very, very strong damage. 5 out of 5, you got Team Max, Sync Boost, Physical 9, which increases your physical moves up next effect after you use your Sync move or your Max move. This is completely up to you now, because again, you can get the physical moves up next effect by just using her Swords Dance. And just Swords Dance. But remember, if you're using Swords Dance, you do not get to debuff the enemy. You have to use Metal Claw instead. So you have a choice, power up everyone, or debuff the opponent if you get Defense Crush 9 as well as Overwhelm 9. So, some sync grid options that I thought of, guys. First is this one. So we got Overwhelm 9 over here and Defense Crush 9 over here. I got this sync move tile over here because this is the cheaper way to go down over here. We got Vigilance, which for me is not exactly that great, because I can just give Vigilance as a lucky skill for Argenta instead of just wasting 10 energy for this one, as well as Recuperation 2 to be a little bit tankier. Got another sync grid option over here. This one is, I think, better. We have Overwhelm 9, we have Defense Crush 9, again, tech support. We have Sterner stuff too, so that if we get hit by a physical attack, we'll be a little bit weaker for the opponent. We got Swords Dance, Team Inflict, and Heal 3, which I think I can remove this and go for Sync Move Power. This is cheaper than this one. This is 10 energy, this is just 5 energy. And I would probably get some other thing. Probably some other tile like Metal Claw, Move Gauge Refresh, or probably some HP buffs, some defense buffs. I think that is better rather than Swords Dance, Team Inflict, and Heal. But if you want, you can always go for this one. And what else did I get? I think this one. So that's another option. And another option for you guys is this. We got Overwhelm 9, Defense Crush 9, because I think they're the best ones, the best tiles for her. We got Swords Dance, Infliction Freebie 9, and Swords Dance, Charging Infliction 1. This is what I call Swords Dance spamming. Earlier, I discussed this. So if you want to spam Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, get your sync pairs, get your allies powered up, you can use this method. And then if you're satisfied, you can debuff the opponent by attacking it using Metal Claw for Overwhelm 9 and Defense Crush 9. And those are 3 sync grid options for you guys. Again, there are different options. I probably don't want to compute the damage now because, fine, let's just compute, because there's not exactly a lot to talk about for this one. So Steel type, super effective up next. She can give herself, calculate the damage. Very weak, 1,399. Even if you get the Tech EX roll, it's just 1,500 something, or rather 1,470. And I computed wrong. It's supposed to be 874,800. So the max move is actually stronger than the sync move. Hiya. So this one, again, the purpose of Argenta is to give everyone physical moves up next effect. So, if we were to compare, let's say a Steel type. If you want a Steel type synergy, we can compare this with Rose. We can put Rose over here. And without putting anything in the kit, in the grid, if the opponent's weak to Steel type, she can give super effective up next. But let's just assume that you do not give the super effective up next. Assuming your Rose is 6-star EX, calculate the damage. Initially, your Iron Head, 526,046. Again, nothing in the sync grid. If you raise your physical moves up next effect, if you're patient, get that to plus 10. Your Iron Head goes all the way up to 2,279,000. If you just want one buff and keep switching, from 526, it goes up to 701,000. So just by using Sword Stance, attack, Sword Stance, attack, Sword Stance, attack, Sword Stance, attack, I think that's the way to go with Argenta. And guys, that is actually it for Argenta. You know, nothing that crazy except unlimited physical moves up next effect, which is very fun. But if that's not your way of playing, then definitely, you know, you can skip out on Argenta. But if she is your favorite, go for her. Meta-wise, I don't think she's gonna be meta. There are a lot of other better supports right now. Blue, Champion Blue is a much better support than Argenta. Champion Blue can max out everyone's critical hit rate, can, if I'm not mistaken, almost max out or not, or max out or almost max out everyone's offenses. I think not physical, but special. Can max out everyone's defenses, can make the opponent flinch, can make the opponents paralyze, can recover everyone's HP, and can give opponents rebuffs. Can recover everyone by using synchro healing as well and everything. So Argenta, not exactly, if you were to compare her with Champion Blue, definitely Champion Blue is much better. Argenta, the good side, physical moves up next effect, free move next. Physical moves up next effect, free move next. If you have her at a high move level, that is. And debuffs, debuff support. But we already have Champion Blue can also lower everyone, opponents' attack and special attack stats. So Champion Blue, in terms of the debuffing category, is still better. Free move next as well for Champion Blue. The bad sides for Argenta, unfortunately, are a lot. Last sync pair, no gems. Nothing that significant. As a tech sync pair, as a tech EX role, nothing good with her initial sync move damage to make you want to make her a tech sync pair. You get some defense buffs by making her a tech sync pair. Can I actually look back at Poma tools? I'm not sure if I can look at this. So if I have her level 140, I have her EX rolled. I have her 6-star EX. Her defense is at 372, which is really high. If I have her at level 150, defense 388, special defense 363, and if I make her a tech EX roll, the defense goes up to 408 and the special defense goes up to 383. Which is very, very nice. Very, very high defensive stats and special defense stats. But aside from that, don't expect much in the damage category. It's just becoming more defensive. And that's that. If that is your sync pair of your choice, good luck scouting for Argenta. But probably it's time to save for the next sync pairs coming next month. Or, if you're still scouting for the champion units, well, good luck. Or Giovanni, if you're still scouting for that banner, well, wish you guys the best because Giovanni is just horrible. Horrible. With that said, I am done with this video, guys. Thank you so much. This has been a very long journey this month. Next month, I'll be gone for the first 12 days of October. So, I might miss out on a lot of videos, just to let you guys know right now. So, if you're looking for them, they're probably won't be there. But I'm gonna make my best 1 out of 5, none out of 5 before that, as well as your how many gems can we get video. But in terms of the good versus the bad videos, probably none. Sync Pair Scout videos, probably just very ordinary screen recordings plus maybe some live voice reactions over there, but nothing like my scouting streams. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss scouting with you guys. But that's it! Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again to eWiz for giving or gifting Ink Addict with a membership. And maybe some of you guys will be willing to add people to the list of receivers. I think it's about time. Sas! And with that said, a huge shout out goes to the members of my channel. Once again, thank you to Shadowphil. Almost 3 years. You'll get a new badge. And Alcin, almost 3 years as well. Will get a new badge every single year you become a member. So thank you so much. Roy and Luca and Jeremy, thank you for 2 years of supporting me. Thank you Kosei, Iwis, Tatsuya Gold, Apsaras for 1 year of support. Thank you Pokefriendo for supporting me. Thank you guys so much. With that said, I'm ending here. This is Sol, also known as Zespil Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist Team Skull Grunt. I will see you in the next video. Rawr.